Hola, hola, hola. Bonsoir, good afternoon, buenas noches, buenas tardes. Um, Welcome back to the channel, guys. And well, we're trying to stay consistent, positive thinking, positive mind, positive results. So I hope everybody had a great week. Wonderful third weekend into the year, going into the fourth. I hope you guys are staying motivated, keeping your head clear, staying positive and being constructive and being positive and making the best out of your life that you can. So let's get straight to it. This week's topic is contradiction. It's one of those that have been in my mind for a few months now, because along my journey, so let me bring you guys in a little bit. So again, I want to repeat this. I'm not an expert on anything. I'm just somebody who decided to dive in, somebody who decided to go into a process, and I feel like sharing my journey and sharing my process will be able to help somebody and have helped a few people. So again, one of the biggest one for me was remember, I told you guys everything is about accountability, being accountable to yourself, not necessarily a person or boss, because I think we all do really well when we are held accountable by other people. But when it comes to self-accountability, we all struggle. So that's why you see a lot of us, we do really well on Instagram, we do really well at our job, we do really well in other places. But when we go to sleep at night, we lay on the bed and we are not proud with who we are and the results that we are getting. Part of that reason is because we don't have any accountability. We're not holding ourselves accountable for anything that we do. In order to hold yourself accountable, you have to behave the best you can, whether people are watching or whether people are not watching. If you see somebody, especially celebrities, get really good at that. Some of them even perfected this theory where when they get in front of the camera or they get in front of the public eye, they're this wonderful, generous people, and once in a while TMZ will catch them when they did not know the cameras were there, and you'll see a whole different person. So my goal, and I feel like everyone's goal is to be the same person you are in public as you are behind closed door. And once those two people is actually the same person, they behave in a similar manner, and I feel like that's where you want to be. So let's get back to it. The topic for this week is contradiction. And when I'm talking about contradiction, you see it every day. And for me personally, what I try to do is try not to live my life with a bunch of contradictions. What I mean by that, I'm saying one thing, I'm doing another. I'm selling people an image of myself, but I am actually someone else. And I believe we all make mistakes. But when we make mistakes, we have to try to rectify those mistakes and try to learn from them and try not to repeat those mistakes. Instead of trying to put makeup on the mistakes or trying to paint them over so people won't be able to see. A lot of people don't fix their mistake. They just get better at hiding them. So I'll give you a perfect example. If I have a friend, I have negative view towards that friend. I say something, that friends get upset. Next time I've learned not to say negative things about my friends. Instead of saying negative things about my friends, it's actually saying more about me than it is saying about my friends. Instead of fixing that aspect of it, and now I learn, okay, I'm not going to say it in front of my friends. I'm just going to say it behind the back. Actually, I didn't fix anything. The only thing I've learned is, okay, I'm looking for this result, so I'm going to do it in a way where my friend is not going to know, but I'm still holding in some kind of view. Instead of trying to change the views that I have and actually helping my friend grow, I've learned to cover those views so my friends don't feel a certain way. So again, let's get back to contradiction. Contradiction, I feel like I'm going to break it in two different levels. As a system, as a country, and as individuals. I feel like as a system, we have a lot of contradiction globally. If you look at the global system, we're saying that we care about people, we're saying that we love each other, we're saying that we love wars, but if you go back in history, we'll hear people say, I'm going to war because I want to protect my country, I want to save my country. But in reality, you go into war to do what? You're going to destroy another country in order to protect your own. That's just saying you just care about yourself. That's a contradiction within itself, saying that I love people, I care about people. No, you care about your people. You don't care about people. If you say, well, you know what, I really care about people, I really care about just the people close to me, then I'll believe you. Contradiction is the system. We have the global system. How did majority of the countries, especially on this side of the world, how did they get rich? They got rich by exploiting Latin America, Africa, the Caribbean, and different places. And now, those same countries, of course, I believe in immigration, everybody got to protect their own borders, but the same countries now are calling the people now from the places that they manipulated, from the places that they took advantage of. Now, when those same people trying to go to those countries that took advantage of them, we call them criminals, we call them all different kind of names. You just can't go back to the news archive over the last few years. Again, do we really care about people? Perfect example. Anywhere in the world right now, you could find a news story where a bunch of people got killed, whether they are kids or not. But when something happens in the country that we care about, they want us to care about it. Again, do we really care about people? Or do we really just care about the people who are close to us? Another example I will give you. In most part of the world, a lot of people are not able to eat. On this side of the world, we're throwing food away. And then once in a while, we'll give a donation, we'll do fundraising, pretending not to care. Do we really care? Or is that another contradiction? I believe it is. That's in the system level. Now, let's go back to in a country level. At the country, you hear this contradiction all the time. Well, you know, I give you the perfect example, the one recently where Russia invaded Ukraine. Of course, we all can agree that's wrong. We all can agree no country should invade any other country. We all can agree killing innocent people, killing anybody at all is wrong. But killing innocent people is even more wrong. Now we see the US and all the superpowers come to the aid of Ukraine, right? We all can see that. But what happened in Iraq? What happened in Afghanistan? What happened in Panama? What happened in Vietnam? What happened to whatever, whichever countries? Let's go to another different ones where we all say, you know what, nobody should be able to use chemical weapons, nobody should be able to use weapon of mass destruction. You don't have to go that far to see that is all a contradiction, because look at some of the things we're doing, what we're doing to our own people, how we don't even care about our own people within the country. How is it possible that you can have some of the richest countries in the world and you have millions and millions of homeless people? Again, guys, I'm an economist. I have my degree in economy. And I've worked in business practically all my life. I understand how capitalism works. But there's a difference between capitalism and greed. There's a difference between somebody driving down the street passing a homeless person and not even give a crap. There's a difference between you can live in neighborhoods where on one side of the neighborhood the cops don't even care, and on the other side of the neighborhood where you have gated communities where you have a cop every 20 seconds. Every quarter of a mile you have a police officer. Again, contradiction. What the most frustrating about all those things is, and again, I'm going to refer back to The Matrix. The Matrix is just simply, The Matrix was a movie, but it was more like a documentary. When I said The Matrix, I'm referring to the society that we live in, the programming that we have been witness to. So in the Matrix, they tend to make us believe that, okay, you know what, the people who are struggling, you know what, they did everything wrong, they're addicted to drugs, they did not work hard enough. Well, while we live in a system, well, of course you can make it. All of us can make it. I mean, I consider myself, I've made it through this system, but I'll be the last one to tell you I made it because I'm the smartest person alive. I'm one of the smartest people, of course. Am I smart? Did I work hard? Yes. I went to school, got my master's, did the whole thing. But I needed a lot of help. And I also got lucky along the way because I could have went left or right. Anywhere in that journey, I could have went left and right. So when I'm walking down the street or driving in my car, I see a homeless person or I see somebody who's down on the luck. I don't go look at this loser, look at, oh my God, how possible, how did you allow yourself to get to this point? I looked at it as that could have been me. Now, what is the difference of me having $100 in my pocket where I'm probably gonna go get a meal at some fancy restaurant where basically I don't even really need that meal, but I'm gonna have fun? What's the difference between me taking $20 out of that 100 to give it that person who's down on the luck? What some people will say, well, if you give them the money, they'll buy drugs with it. That's not my problem. My thing is, I need to do the right thing. Now, I don't know what they're gonna do with it. Let's say I give that $20 to 100 people, 100 different times. Let's say 99% of them took that money or go buy drugs. But if I'm able to help one person with that $20, maybe that $20 give them the boost they needed. Maybe that $20 is what they needed at this moment to take to jumpstart their life. I don't care about the 99% that I give the $20. I only care about the one person who actually did something with that $20. Not least, let me talk about the last part, contradiction and defection. This one is the one that you see every day. I give you a perfect example. One thing I've learned working in corporate America in different places and companies around the world, everybody have a lot of pride. Everybody's righteous until money is in the picture. If you've been saying you're the right person and you work for a company where you look at that company is mistreating people, they're taking advantage of people around the world, and you say nothing because they're paying you a big paycheck to be a manager, to be a CEO, to be a whatever it is, you say nothing, don't come back and say, well, I'm this kind of person, well, I'm just doing my job. There's no such thing as just doing my job. You don't get to tune off being a good person, being a righteous person. This is not a switch where you can turn it on. You just say, well, today I decide to be a good person. Or I'm gonna be a good person when there's no money involved. Or I'm gonna be a good person when there's nothing to benefit me. That's easy. We all can do that. If there's nothing involved, I'll do the right thing the minute something is involved. And you see that all the time. You will walk down the street, you see a homeless person getting beat up. There'll be about 20 to 30 people who just walk by and they say, well, really, that's not my problem. Let someone else deal with it. You'll see in a system where a person will walk by, they will see a woman getting abused. They'll say, well, she looked for it, she asked for it, I'm not going to do nothing. It's not my problem because I'm going to put myself in harm's way. But that same person will turn around when it's convenient to say, I'm a good person. You'll see somebody who is a company, who is the CEO or the vice president of a company, who produce chemicals, some of the most dangerous chemicals, who produce some of the product that we are using, people that are giving people cancer. That person will say, well, I got a family to take care of. I'm just doing my job. No, you don't get to do that. None of us get to do that. Being a righteous person, being a decent person, there's no way it says that I'm gonna do it when it benefits me. I'm gonna do it when there's no cost to me. So again, if you're gonna be somebody, be the person that you are. But don't try to sell us something else. Don't pretend you're somebody you're not. Be who you are. If you say you don't care what people think about, what people say about me, then when you posted something in Instagram, you quick to see how many likes, how many thumbs up that you got. Don't claim to say you don't care what people are looking about you. You're looking for approval. If you work at a company who are taking advantage of people and you have the chance to do something about it, you do nothing about it, don't pretend you're any different than some of the worst people in history, like Hitler or anybody. If you're friends with somebody and you know they're abusing their wives or their girlfriends and you do nothing about it because it's your friend, you're getting something out of that friendship, don't come back and say you're a good person. When you're in public, you are proper, you're saying the right things, you're doing the right thing, and the minute you're working in your house, or the minute you get behind your keyboard and online, you're a different person. Just be who you are. Come out. It's okay. Come out to be in the club. Come out of the closet and be who you are. When we talk about racism, it's the same reason why I don't complain about when somebody famous or some business person says something ridiculous in the news. That's why I don't agree with cancel culture. I'd rather know who somebody is with them saying everything they want to say, and I can make a decision whether I want to deal with that person or not, whether I want to associate myself with that person, versus somebody who's saying the right thing to my face. And behind closed doors, they turn out to be a racist. They turn out to be a prick. I'd rather know. That doesn't mean I'm not going to deal with that person. We live in a society where when you're walking down the street, you're practically close to every possible kind of human being possible. There's no difference to me. But at least let me make a decision based on knowing all the information. Again, be who you are. Now, for those who are trying to get the best out of our lives, who are trying to reach the highest level individually as we can, we're trying to be the best version of self. My advice to you is, and it's not easy, try to practice being the same person you are in public as you are behind closed doors. The closer you can get those two to being the same, the better you are as a person. If you say you care about people, if you don't care about people, just don't say you do. Just knowing that, you know what, I'm working on this, I really don't care about people, I'm all about my pocket, all of us are selfish in some kind of way, but I'm a selfish individual. That's okay. But I acknowledge that and try to work on it. So the goal as always, I'm not telling you guys to be the richest person you're trying to do this. The goal is trying to be the best version of yourself as possible. How can you maximize the potential of the person that you are? And I'm not talking about financially. Again, financially, let's say get a better job, make more money. That's easy. But trying to maximize yourself as a person, I'm talking about being the best version of yourself that you can be. Who are you when you take off your clothes? Who are you when nobody's looking? Who are you when you come face to face with somebody who's down under luck and nobody's looking? There's no cameras, there's no nothing, there's nobody around you. How do you feel? What do you do? Who are you when you come across into the difference between getting a raise and the difference between hurting people? What do you do? Who are you? If I give you $1 million today and I tell you to sell a product you know that's going to give people cancer, would you take the $1 million? Don't get me wrong, the $1 million will change your life. It will probably change the life of your entire family. But then again, you're selling a product that is harmful and dangerous to other people. Who are you? If you saying you're a powerful person, you're feminist, you all of this, you care about women, who are you when you see a woman getting taken advantage of, a misguided woman is being taken out? What do you do? Who are you? Again, the goal is to try to make the person you are behind closed door and the person you are in public, trying to get those two to be the same as possible. If they can equal each other, that's the goal. Hey guys, peace out. January is almost over, and please subscribe to the channel. That's the subscribe to the channel. At least we can get this message into the algorithm. We can get more people to hear the message. Again, goal is very simple. This life is very short. Again, I'm going to say the goal is very simple. What I mean by that is this life is very short. You are in a journey. The journey is not as long as it looks. It is very short. It's no different than a road trip. You have point A from when you were born, and you have point B, which is your expiration date in this life. And the sad thing about the expiration date is you don't know when it is. At the end of the day, when you're laying on your deathbed, you taking your last breath, the goal is to go without no regret. The goal is to go without saying, I wish I would have done this. I wish I was this person when I was alive. Well, you are alive now. You can change that. Again, be the same person you are when people are looking as to when people are not looking. Enjoy. Peace out. See you guys later, soon. Enjoy your life. Don't get swallowed by the matrix. Subscribe to the channel. Share the message. Share the video. And so we can get more people into the channel. And again, I'm going to try. I'm going to get better at this. I'll get more creative with it. I'll get more creative. But I need your help. Peace out, guys. Enjoy. Keep your head clear. Stay focused.